Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Charles, and welcome you guys to another episode of the Dreamerspro Show, where we cover everything from sports, hot topics, classic debates, entertainment, and we give you guys a fresh perspective on things and how we see them. And today we have a very interesting episode for you guys that you definitely want to stick around for. So make sure you go ahead and like the video and subscribe to the channel. Now, as y'all know, Kobe is my guy. Kobe Bryant is my favorite player of all time. But I've always said that Michael Jordan is the greatest player of all time. And by the way, let me just quickly say this about Kobe. I recently put up some comments on Twitter where I was stunned that a lot of the major sports news shows didn't even spend 5 minutes, didn't even carve out 5 minutes of their time to dedicate one single segment to remember Kobe Bryant yesterday. That was absolutely disgusting to me. A 50-second clip of Stephen A. Smith basically talking about Kobe Bryant when the subject matter, the topic item was some Kevin Durant stuff, to me it's a total joke. An Instagram post for one of the 5 greatest players of all time. I just wanted to get that off my chest yesterday before this video started. I thought that was absolutely ridiculous. But anyway, y'all know that even though Kobe Bryant is my favorite player of all time, I have Michael Jordan ranked as the #1 greatest player of all time. Which leads me into an article that I found this morning while I was doing some research. And I found this article, on sportsrush.com. And sportsrush.com, they do a good job basically paying homage to all the great players, right? They don't really take slights at anybody. They say positive things about Kobe. They say positive things about LeBron. They say positive things about Michael Jordan. They generally do that, right? And I stumbled upon this interesting article that had a very interesting data set that I want to share with you guys that I think a lot of you guys are going to find really entertaining. But before we get into it, this video is brought to you by sponsor Aura, who's also the official sponsor of the T-Wolves. Do you know what the fastest growing crime in America is today? It's identity theft. Imagine trying to log into your email only to see that your password has been changed. Then you start getting weird notifications from your bank and credit cards only to find out that all of your personal and sensitive information has been totally compromised. If you think it can happen to you and your family, just know that in 2020, over 49 million Americans were victims to identity theft, costing them a combined $56 billion. That is why we are excited to partner with Aura, who's the sponsor of this video. Aura is the #1 identity theft and financial fraud protection. Aura monitors the dark web and alerts you if any of your passwords and accounts have been breached. And funny enough, after using Aura, I discovered some of my credentials were floating around in the dark web, and the app showed me exactly when and where the breach happened. In addition, Aura allows you to set spending alerts, and they'll notify you of any suspicious transactions. Aura is 4 times faster than any of its competitors in alerting you if someone is trying to open a credit card or obtain a loan using your name. And remember this, every 14 seconds, someone becomes a victim of identity fraud. Don't let it happen to you. Now click the link in the description and try Aura for free for 2 weeks and see if any of you or your family's personal information has been compromised. Start your free trial at aura.com/dreamerspro. And when you try Aura by using the link in the description below, also know that you're supporting this channel. Thank you. So what I want to do is I actually want to get into this article here from sportsrush.com. And basically the article starts off with this headline, and this is their wording, not mine. 35-year-old Michael Jordan statistics proves he was far superior to LeBron James at the same age. The article continues on. Michael Jordan at the age of 35 was something else. He won 5 honors and remained the only player to do so in a single season. LeBron James, who? LeBron might be entering his 20th season, and while his longevity reigned supreme, he was not close to Michael Jordan's dominance at the age of 35. He left the league when he turned 30, and then after a 2-year hiatus, he marked his comeback in an iconic manner with I'm back face smile. So what did Jordan do when he came back? He dominated, of course. He went and did a three-peat. Despite his age, there was no slowing him down. In fact, we think his 1988 season when he was 35 was one of his greatest seasons of all time. And then they point to a stat here that they got on Twitter. And basically this is what the statistic says, the image says. Michael Jordan in the 1997-1998 season, he won an NBA championship. We're talking about the age 35. He won an NBA championship, a finals MVP, a regular season MVP. My gosh. A scoring my gosh, man. A scoring championship, leading the playoffs, leading scorer in the playoff. He made an all-first NBA team, all-first defensive team. Oh my God. He was an all-star. He played 82 games at the age of 35. Are you freaking kidding me? He averaged 39 minutes per game, and he won, and he was 4th in Defensive Player of the Year voting at the age of 35. My gosh. Y'all heard those goatish stats that they even me as I was reading them, I was like, sheesh. This dude, man. So to me, none of this really, it surprises me, but then it doesn't. The reason I'm saying that, and I know that sounds like an oxymoron. I've always said that Jordan is a GOAT, but I did say something in the past that I think a lot of you guys will concur with. Michael Jordan is the only basketball player that I've noticed that the more you spend time researching him, the more remarkable his resume becomes and his accomplishments become. When we talk about great NBA players, all-time great players, you can quickly throw out their resume and their accomplishments at a glance, and you kind of get it, and you can explain it. And you're like, okay, that's what makes this guy an all-time great. But with Jordan, it's like there are not enough pages on the book. If Michael Jordan was going to apply for a job and he had to go in with his resume, you know how they tell you they try to keep everything on one page? Jordan would have to walk in there with a book. His resume, it's like never ending. Now, for me, I think the reason Michael Jordan is the GOAT is quite simple, and it's not complicated at all. No one dominated the game of basketball the way Michael Jordan did, especially in a 10-year stretch. This is not even up for discussion. I'm going to reiterate the reason why I think it's laughable to say that there's somebody better than him if you're not going to bring up Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Number one, the guy was easily the best offensive weapon the NBA has ever seen. Period. End of story. This is not up for discussion. We're not talking about how many points you scored for over a period of time. We're talking about how good were you at your peak. And at Michael Jordan's peak, the guy won 10 scoring championships. Like, what are we discussing at this point? 10 scoring championships. Not only did he do that, he also had the highest regular season scoring average of all time. And he has the highest scoring average in playoff history of all time. Period. That's over Wilt Chamberlain. So Jordan is clearly the best offensive player ever. We're not talking about how long you played for. Look at what the guy was able to accomplish in that window. Then we're talking about defense. The guy made 9 all-first defensive teams and won a defensive player of the year. And at the age of 35 was top 4 in defensive player of the year voting and made an all-first defensive team at the age of 35 and won the regular season MVP and won the finals MVP. Are you like, who has these, who do you know has these type of numbers? Like, who do you know to be having these type of things said about? It's like, it's almost getting weird. Like, it's weird. I was watching a video the other day, some highlights. I believe it was from the, I think it was the Orlando Magic series in the playoffs. And I think it was game 1. Jordan went up for a dunk, or was it a layup? And he modified his shot. And I was like, okay, I've never seen anybody do that. I was like, okay, I've never seen anybody do that shot that he just did right here. I've never seen anybody. That's number one. Number two, I was watching some of Jordan highlights, just going over some old film. When Jordan jumped, it looked like he had on gravity boots, like it was some dude in space. Jordan would jump up, and like he would jump, and then it's like he would pause. He would jump and do this, and then come back. I'm like, wait a minute. How is this dude hanging off the ground like this? This dude is out here flying. I'm like, how are they supposed to be beating somebody that could fly? This dude was flying around the basketball court. I was like, okay, this is freaky. It was free. And I never got to see Jordan play live when he was Chicago Bull. I saw him when he was, a Washington Wizard. I was like, what is, you know what Iman Shumpert said? Like, yo, bro, what are you on? When he was talking about Kobe, like, yo, what are you on right now? I was like, what? I was like, he was pulling off some moves. I was like, okay, I've never seen anybody do this. Even his baseline fadeaway jump shots being chased by like 6 people hitting them. I'm like, yo, who hits shots like that? Even Kobe Bryant, my favorite player, he would hit some shots. You'd be like, yo, I can't believe it. But Jordan was hitting them, and it's like who are these people on me? Like, yo, what are y'all doing? Like, he would jump up and he would be looking down at cats like, yo, what? It was weird. So, listen, this is just some more evidence to support something we already knew. But oh my gosh, at the age of 35, and then he played 82 games? What? I rest my case. Whatever y'all think, leave your thoughts in the comment section. We catch y'all on the next episode.